All right, hello everybody, and welcome to Drive Thru. I'm your host Tony T. As we broadcast live here on Pig Dogs and Sports Chat Place YouTube channel and throughout social media. We'll get you out of here well before the top of the hour. Just want to give you enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games. And that's what we do here Monday through Friday on the Drive Thru at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, is give you those live free sports picks for the primetime games, and to give out those winners are professional handicappers over at Pig Dogs and Sports Chat Place. Let's take a look at who'll be on the show for today, as we've got Jeff Jeter to join us. And we got Ron Zawacky, Chris Ruffolo. We're both sporting new backdrops. Of course, we got James Clark with us, Jovan Burts, Goran with us, Brian Bitler, and of course from Las Vegas, Nevada, where it's getting warm up there, Joe D'Amico. All right.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
All right, it's a poolside weather this time of the year. All right, let's take a look at how they'll line up today. Clark, D'Amico, Zawacky, Burts, Bitler, Ruffolo, Jeter, Kucar, and then I will close this one out. All right, Chris, ready to wrap this one up this week?
Oh, man, the weeks are just flying by, but you know what? That just means we're having fun here on the drive-thru, so let's get to it.
Let's get to it. All right, we're going to start off with a break, okay? We're going to start you off with a break because we're going on the Skype land. We're going to go ahead.
You see, this is, for the word to the wise, this is how they always get you. They tell you they're going to give you a break. They don't tell you when, and then they give it to you right away so they can say, oh, well, we gave it to you, and then they throw you to the birds.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right, we're going to go ahead and bring in James Clark. You'll find him over at Pig Dogs Premium over in Skype. Of course, he's vacation out there out on the beaches, but he's just got out ready to hit a restaurant before he retires here for the evening. James, how you doing?
Pretty good, Tony. How are you, buddy?
I'm doing great, doing great. All right, let's take a look at your game for tonight as we put up the information here. Grizzlies to host the Kings. The Memphis here, a 3.5-point favorite, total 224.
Yeah, Tony, if you look at these two teams, the last 10 games, the Grizzlies are 6-4, and, the Kings, even without some of their best players, they're 7-3 in their last 10 games. But, the Grizzlies, they're setting everybody, they're about all their starters are out. So, for me, I really like the Kings. It was earlier. I got a 6.5. Now I think it's like 3.5 where all the some of the starters are like. But I like it at 3.5, 6.5, or shop around. I just look for the Kings. Their subs has played a lot more than the Grizzlies have, and I just look for the Kings to hang in there and keep this game close.
All right, James Clark here going to take Sacramento plus 3.5 against the Memphis Grizzlies. All right, you're right here. Looking here at this injury report for this game here. Of course, the situation for Memphis for that 8th seed, what they've got to do here is they've got to win to make and of course, if the Warriors lose, then everything's on the line for that 8-9 on Sunday. But if they lose and the Warriors win, well, then the Memphis Grizzlies will be a 9 seed. And with that, they are sitting Valanciunas, John Morant won't play, back soreness. So they're pretty much here saying, okay, we're going to be a 9 seed. We're not even going to try and compete and win this game. And if they win it, matter of fact, if they win this game, that game on Sunday will be for the 8th seed. But it seems to me they're just conceding here, resting all these guys.
Yeah, I'm like you, Tony. I really don't understand it either, resting all these guys. Because like I said, the A seed, they could be the A seed. But, I guess Grizzlies are just happy to be even in the play-in playoffs. I guess they feel like if their whole team is healthy, they can beat anybody, but we'll see. I don't understand them setting everybody like this either.
Yeah, because the 9th seed means you got to win 2 games. You get to the 8th seed, you just got to win 1 of 2, and I guess they're conceding, which I don't get. I just don't get the logic there. Yep. All right, James, let's take a look at what's going on over at Pig Dogs Premium, where you're doing fantastic work. 1,735 units of profit. That is all documented. Number 2 over at Pig Dogs Premium. Good NBA card. Of course, we're getting towards the playoff time. What do you have going on over at the site?
Well, Tony, I got a 5-pack going on. 3 of my best NBA plays and 2 MLB plays that I really love. I've had 2 bumps in the road the last 2 days. In the NBA, usually they really happen this year for me. But, if anybody's ever following me, usually after a few bumps in the road, I come out firing again. So, go grab my a 5-pack today. If we go 5-0, we'll get the 3-7, or, even get my playoff pass, because it's pretty much what it is. There's only 2 more games left, and it's going to be playoffs. You know, it's a $250. It's a smoking deal. You know, and I'll win more, guys, before at the end than I lose. So just go give it a try, and let's get back on this winning streak.
That's right, guys. Get on board here with James Clark over at Pig Dogs Premium. We're going to put that record up for you guys to see here. It's all documented, 1,735 units of profit. Document number 2 in the NBA this season. When you go visit the profile page, you can see every play that James has released. He's got that end of the season, actually calling full playoff package here from the NBA. Every play now to the crown a champion in the NBA. Pick that up. That's a very good value there. Or if you want to try them out for one day, do that, and then take that money and do the upgrade to the NBA playoff package here from James Clark over at Pig Dogs Premium. All right, James, it's always great having you on the show. Continue that success, and we'll talk with you next week as we get ready for the playoffs next week in the NBA. They'll be looking to you.
Yes, I can't wait to get started for the playoffs. I'm excited, and I appreciate you having me on the show, Tony, and I'll see y'all Tuesday.
See y'all Tuesday. All right, James Clark here on the drive-thru. All right, let's go ahead and bring in my partner, Chris Ruffolo. All right, Chris, let's get started. And we're going to get started quickly here as we got Joe D'Amico in Las Vegas ready to get going here. As you'll find him over at Pig Dogs Premium, where he does fantastic work. You see him top of the leaderboards, doing great work for us here over at Pig Dogs Premium. He's been very good to the show with his picks here on the drive-thru as well. So let's go ahead and hustle Joe D'Amico here onto the set. Joe, how's it going?
I'm wonderful, Tony. If you would indulge me, and it seems like you indulge me just about every drive-thru show that I participate in. It's 97 degrees here in Vegas. I got a cold beer. It's an American beer. All right. I'm putting out a disclaimer right now. I'm going to start following the Al Nino's way of living. And starting the Monday, everybody's going to do, starting Monday, I will not be wearing any clothes. And I might just be oiled up in Hawaiian tropic. From now on in, that's it. I'm making the disclaimer. 97 degrees. It's heating up. I got a cold beer. I'm on the show with my favorite people in the world. My buddy Chris Ruffolo. My buddy Brian Bitler. Brian, stop sending me Speedo pictures. No, listen. I can't take it anymore. It's 97 degrees and I'm in clothing. No more clothes. There's a disclaimer. Monday show. We'll break a record on Monday. Monday show. Joe D'Amico. No clothes, oiled up.
Oiled up, pull side, and all right, Joe. we'll tune in on Monday for that. All right, baseball on the mind here as the Orioles here to host the Yankees, 7 Eastern time. Yankees big favorites, $1.80, total 8.5.
Now, guys, granted, New York has some players sidelined, and we just heard Gleyber Torres just got put on the COVID injured list. Despite all this, they are winning. 11-4 the last 15. And I looked at those games in detail before I put out a favorite like this. And I'm always very careful because the Yankees are my heart, and I never bet or put out games with my heart. But of those 11 victories, only 5 of them did they score 6 or more runs. The Bronx Bombers are beating teams without bombing the ball at the plate. Say that 10 times quick. And very quietly, guys, the New York pitching staff now ranks 4th in baseball. Team ERA, 3.22. And guess what? And I double-checked this, triple-checked it. Number 1 pitching staff in the whip, WHIP. And for you guys that live out here in Vegas, that's not what you think. Don't get excited. And the WHIP, Corey, don't call me Kluber Lang, 2-0 with a 1.33 his last 3 outings. He takes them out on the road here. He's already beat the O's a little more than 2 weeks ago to bring his career record versus Baltimore. 4-1 with a 2.73 in 8 starts. The Orioles, I did it with Corey. I'm going to do it with Dean. The Orioles send Dean pass the creamer, please. They send him to the Lions. They send him to the Hill. 0-3 this season with a 6.23, which includes, sports fans, a 0-2 mark with a whopping 11.05 ERA in 2 starts versus New York. The Yankees are 21-6, the last 27 in Camden Yards, with the O's accounting for an anemic 3.73 runs per game. Lay the 1.5 with the Yankees, and you'll take your bookmaker's money.
All right, Joe D'Amico here with the Yankees run line, -1.5 runs, -115 against the Baltimore Orioles. All right, Chris, what say you? Although Kluber takes a beating on some of the shows here, but I will say past 3 starts, he has been pitched pretty well.
He has, and I do have a premium on the side. So for the total, I'm looking at the under, and I must have been saying his name wrong because I was going to say don't call him Cosmo Kramer, but I think that Team Kramer, or whatever you want to say, he has pitched poorly against the Yankees this year, but outside of that, he hasn't been that terrible. I think eventually at some point he needs to figure it out, and I think he might, at least put up a decent effort here, even if he gives up 4 runs. Tony, like you said, Kluber's been pitching pretty well himself, so I think we could definitely see this one come in under, I believe it was 8.5 or 9, so I definitely think this one come in under the number.
All right, Chris looking the under, but Joe D'Amico here, the run line with the Yankees, -1.5 runs, -115 against the Orioles, and of course, this one will get started here at 7 Eastern time. All right, Joe D'Amico, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium, where you are doing fantastic work. 1,637 units of profit that is documented past 30 days. We got NBA going up there on the board right now. We got baseball. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Tony, do me a favor. Call 911 right now because I am on fire. I have won 10 straight baseball premium plays, 11-0 because I threw in a free game on that. I own one of the highest winning percentages this season in the NBA, currently riding a 27, 13-2 run in hoops. I swept the board again last night in the Pick Dogs. That makes me stuffed, no exaggeration, literally, like 20 sweeps over the last 35, 36, 37 days. 2 big winners posted for tonight. My 9-1, that's right, 90% this season. My 9-1 MLB home run play, my 50, 13-1 NBA Vegas Insider move. They've won 5 straight. But right now, what I'm really, really excited about, 2 specials. All right? First, every NBA winner I have from today, straight through the NBA Finals. Guys, I have been on top of the leaderboard in winning percentage for 2.5 months now in the NBA. Get every winner I got from today straight through the NBA Finals for 179. Let me try that again. See, I'm even excited. 179, and right now you can receive all my MLB winning information. Now remember, I've won 10 straight premium plays, and it's time to jump on the streak while it's running red hot. All my winners for the rest of the season right now for a nickel. Guys, if you started with me a week ago and you bet $100 a game, you would have been up twice your investment already. Get these packages. They pay for themselves. Listen, even if you want me and Chris, me and Brian, me and anybody on the show, guys, take advantage of those. This is some great stuff going on. I mean, we got so many great people here on the show. I'm honored to be here. But follow me because I'm going to keep setting your bookmaker on fire.
That's right. On fire, no doubt here. Joe D'Amico over at Pick Dogs Premium past 30 days. You see the numbers there, 1,637 units of profit. That is all documented. Go to his profile page. Check all his picks. It's all transparent there for you to see. He's got his NBA end of the regular season pass up there for you. He's got long-term passes available as well. But you want to try him for the weekend, go for a 3-day pass right there. Then take those winnings and make the upgrade to that NBA playoff package available right now from Joe D'Amico over at Pick Dogs Premium. All right, Joe, as always, great having you on the show. Continue that success, and we'll talk with you on Monday.
Tony, Chris, thank you. Brian, I love you. Come on out, Vegas. Remember, Monday, nothing but a swimsuit and Hawaiian Tropic. Everybody, good luck and have a winning day.
All right, we'll tune in Monday here for Joe D'Amico here on The Drive-Thru. Have yourself a great night. That's Joe D'Amico. All right, we'll continue on here on The Drive-Thru. Guys, just a couple of things I just want to mention to you. Be sure to subscribe to our channel. Free picks every single day. It gets started here with the morning show at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. You got Mitch, you got Rod Zawacky, Brian Bitler. On the weekend, Ron Romanelli will join them. And, of course, we got those 3 YouTube shows, those premium shows. Check the link below for that information. Really good value then. Of course, we're The Drive-Thru Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Of course, we always ask for your help, guys. To help build our audience, we ask just simply for one thing. Give us that like, that thumbs up. It greatly helps us build the audience, Chris.
Yeah, and Tony, I think you forgot to mention one thing, but I kind of didn't warn you about this beforehand. We're bringing the hockey videos back for the playoffs as well, right. And it's all because of you guys at Pick Dogs, and Sports Chat Place. We definitely appreciate all the support. This is what we do it for. We do it for you guys because this is what you come here for, and all we ask is that just give us a thumbs up because it helps us get the product out there. Maybe people who haven't seen it before. Who doesn't like making money, right? You got what 9 fantastic cappers on the show tonight. It doesn't get any better than that. But again, we do it all for you guys. Just give us that thumbs up and those subscriptions because it helps us out a ton. I don't think we could ever tell you guys how much that really helps us out.
It certainly does. That thumbs up, but keep them coming. We greatly appreciate it. All right, let's continue on here on The Drive-Thru. Now it's time. It's Friday, so you know what that means. It's Steak Friday. And of course, we got Rod Zawacky here to put the bookmaker on the grill. How's it going there, Rod?
Going good. Barbecue's heating up. Steaks are ready to go. Getting you guys another winner. That's also ready to go here as well.
All right, here we go. Tonight, 9 Eastern Time, NBA League Pass Channel. Mavericks to host the Raptors here. Dallas laying at home, laying a bit bundle here. 14, the total 219.5.
Yeah, here, look at that total, and that's crazy. 14 points? That's way too many points, even for this team that has been tanked, and we know they've been tanking. They've outright said that we've done nothing but tanking. We want nothing to do with that play-in game junk. Well, the Raptors have tanked as low as they could be able to go this year, and even while they have been tanking, you look over their last 10 games, the Raptors once have not covered this 14. So we're going to take the Raptors plus the 14 points, as even with a tanking Raptors team still has a solid bench. Their depth is just amazing, and even the guys that come out on the floor. Dallas wins this game, I have no doubt. Not by 14. Take the Raptors plus the points.
All right, Rod Zawacky says go ahead and take the Raptors plus the points. All right, Chris, we know Dallas is trying to solidify a playoff position here, as the Lakers can still mathematically catch them.
Yeah, they could, and I mean, this is, a dangerous spot for Dallas, because how many times have they let us down this season? And that was with Doncic and Porzingis and all their top players in the lineup. I got to agree. I think 14 is too many. I don't know if I'm going to be brave enough to take the money line, but because Rob makes a good point. I just looked it up. He's right. The Raptors can't go any farther than they can. They can't, drop 2 games, and winning games, it hurts their cause at this point. But, I think that still 14, these guys are still proud professional athletes. I think they're still going to put their best foot forward and give themselves a chance here.
All right, looking at
even winning games, they won't move. They're solidified right in the position for their lottery draw. And I noticed just late info, Lowry's not going to play. All those guys are not going to play again. That's just the same with the same tanking team that they've had right from how many games now. But those guys have been solid. They just last night game was a 12-point game, not a 14-point game. Then, like I said, 1 game out of the last 10 has these guys that have been tanking hasn't been more than a 14-point. They've even outrighted some teams. So take the 14 points.
Take the 14 play. The Lowry starters aren't playing, so forget the money line here. It's the Toronto Raptors plus the 14 against the Dallas Mavericks. The tip-off here, 9 Eastern time, NBA League Pass channel. All right, Ron, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium, where you're doing fantastic work here. Baseball, 535 units in the positive. What do you have going on over at the site?
Yeah, we've been doing good. Well, off nice back-to-back winning nights, and things for me definitely they come in threes. So let's get ourselves another winning night here with Steak Friday. I've got 4 MLB plays, 3 NBA slam dunks. Love these 7 plays. Jump on over to Pick Dogs Premium and scoop them up. Or also the NHL playoffs start tomorrow night. As Chris said, we're doing some hockey videos for those for the NHL playoffs going forward here. But also I have NBA and an NHL playoff package. You'll get everything that I release in the NHL playoffs and everything in the NBA playoffs from now until we crown a champion. Jump on over, Pick Dogs Premium, get that. $350 gets everything I release, both NBA and NHL playoffs.
That's right, guys. Get on board here. Rod Zawacky over at Big Dogs Premium. Plays for tonight. You see the numbers here in MLB. Positive. Get on board that 1-day pass, and then, of course, make that upgrade to long-term pass, 3, 7, 38. All sports pass. You get every play that Rod releases over at the site for that period of time. All right, Rod, I know you're part of that YouTube Premium, which is a really good value right now. And there were some changes. We got the VIP now on board as well.
You bet. We got the $50 package, which gets you 6 plays, 2 for me, 2 for Mitch, and 2 from Brian, and then plus we throw in a couple from the consensus report as well. Or the best value, still jump aboard that $100 VIP, gets you everything from the $50 package, plus it gets you the VIP late Steam Move show where you can ask questions, ask if you're interested in a certain game, and then also with that VIP premium $100 package, Mitch will give you 1 month consensus included in that $100 VIP package. That itself is great savings there as well. So more value to you guys. You'll get the VIP package, and you'll get the 1 month of consensus included when you jump aboard. Just follow the link in the description below. Show Mitch that you bought the VIP package. Send him an email, and he'll hook you up with the 1 month of consensus to go with it. Can't go beat that.
Yeah, can't beat that value, guys. The YouTube Premium there, really good value there. All right, Rod, as always, great having your show. Have yourself a great night. We'll tune in tomorrow morning, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time, as you join Mitch, Brian Bitler, and Ron Romanelli for the weekend shows.
You bet. Join us. Big weekend of action. always something going on. We love the action here at Pick Dogs.
Absolutely. Great
You guys
action,
have
of
yourself
course.
a wonderful weekend.
And if we can enjoy that steak here on Steak
We
Friday.
will,
Rod Zawacky.
definitely. Let's heat it up.
All right, grills heating up. All right, Rod Zawacky here on the drive-thru. All right, we'll continue on here on the show. As we're going to go now and welcome Jovan Burts to the show. You'll find him over at Pig Dogs Premium. Let's go ahead and dial Jovan here right now. He's done fine work here on the show as well as on the premium site. And here he is right now. Jovan, how you doing today?
You know me, everything's smooth on this side.
All right, it's always great to hear. All right, here we go. Tigers will be hosting the Cubbies. Cubs, $1.40 favorite on the road, total of 9.
Yeah, so I'm on the Tigers in this one. Now the Tigers are actually playing their best baseball so far in this young season. Winning their last 4 games. They swept the Royals, who are just a dumpster fire right now. But yeah, so they got Tariq Skubal going on the mound, and he's 0-5. And the Tigers have lost every last game that he's told the mound. So you're probably asking, damn, so why are you taking the Tigers tonight? Well, if you believe in the law of averages, and I do, this is the perfect spot for the Tigers to get Skubal his win. You know? So they're going against one of the worst, if not the worst, road teams in the majors. With the Cubs, they're 4-11 on the road. That's just atrocious. That won't do. The only team that's worse than them is the Colorado Rockies, and that's saying something because these two teams, their home and road splits are just crazy. And the guy Ariella going on the mound, he got showed his last game, and it all sets up for a nice win for Detroit and them to get their 5th straight.
All right, Jovan here is going to go with the Detroit Tigers. They're looking to continue on with their winning ways here in the plus column here, plus 127 here against the Chicago Cubs. One thing you'll say about Skubal, Chris, at least the home number is a little better here for the Tiger starter.
Yeah, they are. I just still have a problem with 0-5. And like Jovan said, the law of averages means he probably will get a win at some point. Could be tonight. I just didn't touch this game just because, the Cubs are atrocious on the road. And the Tigers, well, they're still the Tigers to me. But I was looking at the over in this one just because the pitching matchup is shaky. And like Jovan said, the Tigers are playing their best ball. But we all know the Cubs can swing a bat, as good as any team in the majors as well. Guys like Chris Bryant and the like. So I was looking at the over in this spot.
All right, Chris looking at the over here. But Jovan here, Tigers plus 127 against the Cubs. And this one will begin here at 7 Eastern Time, MLB Extra Innings channel. All right, Jovan, let's take a look over at Pig Dogs Premium. Tonight we got a lot of baseball. We got some NBA up there on the board, 8 games of action. What do you have going on over at the site?
Yeah, so I'm on a nice little 3-day winning streak after a little rough start for me. So I'm looking to keep this going with 4th straight winning night. And so it's Friday. You know what that means? It's my Take Flight Friday. Got 7 on the board. 5 MLB plays, 2 NBA games, and it's going to be a hitter. Now, you can also get that long-term value with my 3-day, 7-day, or monthly pass, or you can match me with one of the other fellas or the 2-for-1 cappers. It's all there, Sports Chat Place and Pick Dogs.
All right, guys, got aboard here with Jovan Burts over at Pig Dogs Premium or Sports Chat Plays. He'll get you a winner tonight, coming off a really good fine performance yesterday, a couple days. And, of course, tonight get that 1-day pass from them, and they make that long-term agreement here with them. 3, 7, and 30-day pass will get you every play that Jovan releases over at Pig Dogs Premium. You set the terms when you go to the profile page and you make the purchase. All right, Jovan, as always, great having you on the show. Have yourself a great weekend, and we'll talk to you on Monday.
Have a great weekend, fellas. Win, and I'll see you on Monday.
Absolutely. Jovan Burts here on the drive-thru. Let's continue on here on the show. Now it's time to welcome in Brian Bitler. Of course, he's part of that morning crew every day at 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. So let's go ahead and welcome Brian Bitler into the show as we dial him up right now. Here he is right here. Brian, how's it going?
Oh, man, I'm ready for this weekend off. A winning day yesterday. It's been a rough May for me as well, same as Jovan. But I'm ready to turn it around. I think see a super sharp card tonight, and very with the NBA playoffs coming up, I'm ready to take flight.
All right, take flight, no doubt. 10 late game tonight. You're going to keep us up late. 10 Eastern time. Mariners to host the Indians. Indians $1.09 on the road. Total 7.5.
I tell you, the Mariners here have dropped 5 straight games and are desperate going into this game, a game they really need after last night, getting down early to the Indians and never really being able to fight back and win that game. Indians are fat and happy, 9-1 over the last 10 games, 4 straight winners for the Indians. Chris Flexen, after getting an extra day of rest, starts today. Look for this guy to go 6 strong innings and hand it off to the Mariners bullpen with a nice lead. Mariners 16-7 last 23 games versus a right-handed starter. Love the Mariners at a slight plus money price with the public loving up there on that road team.
All right, when you take the flexing, there's something you got to do when you take flexing, Brian. There you go. There you go. He's flexing with flexing. All right, Chris, what say you in this matchup?
Give me a second here. Okay.
Got my 20 pythons, baby.
There you go.
Yeah, mine's just a bunch of chub that just pushes together. So for me, it's I gotta go with the Mariners here as well. Chris Flexen. One of the few things we talk about money won and lost with starting pitchers this year. I believe Flexen's the most profitable pitcher in baseball in terms of if you placed $100 bets on him, you're up almost $600. And I do think that the Indians, again, we talk about law of averages, they're probably bound to lose one here and there. And this is still a long trip to Seattle. So I'll give the Mariners a look at the underdog price here.
All right, going with flexing in this one with Brian Bitler, Seattle Mariners -105. There you go. He's flexing. He's flexing for us here against the. We did work before when we flexed, and actually we had him.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. This might be back-to-back shows on a Friday. I had Chris flexing. I'm not sure
and actually we missed him. We missed his last start, and he was pitching. Someone had him. We didn't do the flex. I screwed up that day. I remember that. So 3 times in a row they've won with flexing on the hill. We got that flexing is working. All right, Brian, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium. Good card tonight with baseball. Of course, it's a Friday, so we got everyone in action. Some NBA as well. What do you have going on over the site?
I'll tell you what, like I said earlier, I'm expecting a huge weekend, and what I did special exclusively for the drive-through viewers, I lowered my 3-day plan from $115 to $75. Gets you all 3 days this weekend. Make sure you pick that up at pickdogs.com. If you want tonight's best bet, it's my Major League Baseball golden ticket for $30 at pickdogs.com premium picks. Don't miss this weekend. It's going to be tremendous.
That's right, guys. Get on board here with Brian Bitler over Pick Dogs Premium. Big card tonight. Of course, why not that 3-day pass? Get them for the weekend. Every play he releases over at Pick Dogs Premium Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for that low price. And of course, take those winnings and go longer with Brian Bitler. Of course, we're getting right into the NHL and the NBA playoffs. All right, Brian, as always, great having your show. I know you're here on Mondays. You bookend the shows, but we'll be tuning in tomorrow morning as your buddy Ron Romanelli joins the fray.
I'll tell you what, if I sweep the entire board Saturday, Sunday, and tonight, I might join Joe and be here in my Speedos here on Monday and go streaking because I'll be ready to go on a hot streak. But tomorrow morning, all my good buddies, Mitch and Rod, I got my Junior Sharp with me. We're going to have a tremendous morning show. But at least I got to hang out with my good buddy Ruffolo tonight. It's been the perfect start to my weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Brian, have yourself a great night. Let's get flexing home, and we'll talk with you on Monday. All right, Brian Bitler here with the flexing again to cover and get the money. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. And now it's time for Chris, front and center here. Came in off a winner last night. We'll see. We'll bring him another one today as we'll be looking here at his game. Here's the game information. Pistons to host the Nuggets. The Nuggets about 8.5-point favorites on the road. Total sits here at 217.
Now, you know what? For me, call it spite if you want, but I'm done with the Denver Nuggets because whenever I seem to back them, they always let me down. So you know what? Have fun in the playoffs, Denver, because without a lot of guard play, you're going to be in trouble. But this is also just a really bad scheduling spot for the Nuggets. Late in the season, they're playing their 3rd road game in 4 days, 2nd of a back-to-back before they have to go home for one game. And even with a home playoff game on the horizon, it's still a tough schedule, tough trip. And, if we're going with trends, which a lot of times I like to do, Denver just 7-19 against the spread in their last 26 games on Friday. Sometimes it's just, you're ready to go into the weekend and you just lose focus. 2-5 against the spread in their last 7 meetings with the Pistons in Detroit. Detroit, on the other hand, they're 2-6 against the number of their last 8 games, but they're also at 11-2 run against the spread in their last 13 games following a double-digit loss at home. 8 of their last 10 games, they've seen, covers against teams with a winning percentage above 600. I got to take the shot with the Detroit Pistons and the points here. I think we're getting some great value. And Detroit, it's one of those cover machines that, they just keep getting underrated. And I know for good reason, this is not a team that's going to the playoffs. This is a team that's going to be a top 3 pick in the lottery. But sometimes you just got to back them in certain spots. I think this is a spot where we take the points.
All right, Chris is going to say go ahead and take the points here with the Detroit Pistons, as you're definitely going to get a patch of life. But one thing to note here with Denver, trying to catch the Clippers here for that 3 seed, and that only matters if they meet in the Western Conference Finals there. Because as it looks now, the Clippers would be locked in a 2-3, and Denver facing the 1 seed if they both get past the first round. But one thing I noticed here, Aaron Gordon now is resting here, so it's showing that when I see rest, that tells me there's probably the flag up there and says, okay, we're going to concede and be the 4th seed.
It's the the old adage of having bigger fish to fry, and I've said it earlier this week as well. Detroit, they just want to get to the playoffs as healthy as possible. We all know that they've lost Jamal Murray and they've dealt with a bunch of injuries to their guards. Like I said, this is a Denver team that's just limping into the postseason in certain positions. And yes, Detroit has a patchwork lineup going. They're just really not playing for anything other than to, fulfill contract obligations. But a lot of these guys that are lesser, more rotation players on the bench, they're playing for spots on the team, and they're going to give it their all. This is going to be their championship game. This is going to be their big time to show up and show out. And I think, like I said, the Detroit Pistons getting 8.5. I could see them sneaking in the back door late and covering. If Denver, hits their free throws, they go up by 8. We got 8.5. We're good. So I'll take Detroit in the 8 points, 8.5 points. Excuse me.
Detroit plus 8.5 here from Chris Ruffolo with his pick for the show, and of course 8 Eastern time. NBA League Pass channel. All right, Chris, let's take a look over at Pig Dogs Premium here. Tonight we got 8 NBA. We have some baseball. And the positive here the past 7 days, what do you have going on over at the site?
Yeah, we're starting to heat up at just the right time. We've got, like I keep telling you guys, playoff basketball and playoff hockey just around the corner. We got a full baseball schedule, a few months to go in that. As we always talk about, I got those daily packages up tonight. Got my Fastball Friday 5-pack and my Friday NBA Moneyball. Man, I need Joe's hooked on phonics books. We have the 3-day, 7-day, and 30-day all sports passes. Those are going to be some of your best values rather than buying daily packages. It's going to save you some money. You guys got those season passes, the playoff passes that I keep talking about. Finished number 3 in the NBA bubble last year. That wasn't a fluke. I'm originally one of the puck dogs. That's not a fluke. So those are going to be 2 things that you definitely want to hop on for the stretch runs for the NBA and the NHL. Or, pair me up with someone else. You got the 2-for-1 capper deal. It's there for a reason. You guys are going to get some great value with that. You're going to get 2 of us for the price of 1. Pair me up with anyone on the show tonight or anyone on the site. We've got a bunch of fantastic cappers. Go check out Pick Dogs Premium. You won't be sorry.
All right, guys, getting on board here with Chris Ruffolo over at Pick Dogs Premium. See the numbers here. Past 7 days in the positive. He's got his 1-day pass. Team up with that 2-for-1 capper special. Team up Chris Ruffolo with another capper. We got Big Al, who's Big Al McMorty, who's doing great work. Number 1 at the site. We got James Clark, number 1 NBA. Of course, and a lot more. Joe D'Amico has been on fire here this past month. So 2-for-1 capper special is your best value right now over at Pig Dogs Premium. All right, let's continue on with our show. Let's welcome here Jeff Jeter to the show. You'll find him over at Pig Dogs Premium, doing fantastic work this year in the NBA. And he'll be looking at the TV game tonight between the Warriors and the Pelicans. Jeff, how's it going?
Doing great, Tony, and looking forward to this game here tonight.
Absolutely. I was looking at the San Jose Mercury News because last night I got some bad information and just want to stand corrected. I guess this game between Warriors and Pelicans, it's going to come down. I should say Warriors in Memphis. It looks like it's going to come down to the Sunday game to decide the 8th seed.
Yeah, and that's what I was just going to bring up. The Warriors do have the slight edge in the seeding here over the Grizzlies coming into tonight's game between with the Grizzlies playing the Kings and the Warriors. Here playing the Pelicans, and the Warriors are holding down that A spot, here in the play-in round now. It already looks like that, as James Clark mentioned earlier, Memphis is resting their starters. I would imagine, looking at some of the Twitter feed here from the beat writers, looks like that's going to be kind of the case here for Golden State as well. So and obviously, you guys can see that in the line movement throughout the day from when this one opened, but when you take a look back here and just kind of step back away and we look at it, the Pelicans head into this thing 8-2 ATS over the last 10 games. even with those injuries to, Zion, Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, on and on and on, et cetera, they've still been able to cover spreads. But the thing of it is, it's like if we go back, look this last game against the Mavericks, they shot 41% from field goal range, 25% from behind the arc in that 107 to 125 loss, and looking back over here at Golden State, they are they've covered 6 out of the last 7 games. Only one they didn't cover was to the same Pelicans team, actually back on May 4th a few days ago, on that second end of that back-to-back. Tough to beat a team, twice, especially when you're on the road, and it lost 103-108 for the Warriors. But tonight, I just think, when you go back and look at that Dallas game from the last game out here for the Pelicans, looking at some of the guys they threw out into the lineup, I mean, they just spread minutes, all over the place. Van Gundy spread them out everywhere. I just think they were just, it almost kind of looked like practice for my opinion. So even without Curry, without Draymond Green tonight, I still think they can cover this thing. And, if they do win the game, that puts them, and Memphis loses, that puts them one game ahead going into the matchup there on Sunday. So it can get interesting.
All right. We have Jeff here on the Warriors. Pick them against New Orleans Pelicans. All right, Chris, looking at the lineups here, the Warriors will start Bazemore, Pascal, and Looney. I think a little edge over that Pelicans starting lineup.
Yeah, and especially, we look at the last game against the Pelicans that Jeff was talking about. My only concern for the Warriors is that Steph Curry can't go 1 of 11 down the stretch like he did in that last meeting. But also, the Pelicans had Zion Williamson for that game. So that's a massive loss, from one game to the next. And I got to lean towards the Warriors here. I think it's great value to pick them. This Pelicans team is just patched up right now, and I think the Warriors are in a good spot to take advantage.
Now, going to be here on the Warriors pick 'em against the New Orleans Pelicans. This is your TV game tonight on ESPN at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. All right, Jeff, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium. We got 8 games from the NBA. We got some baseball. 553 units of profit this year documented over the site. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, didn't really have too much going on with the NBA tonight as we're bringing the regular season to a close and looking forward to the playoffs. But I still got you guys up Fast Friday MLB 3-pack edition gone. Big plus money here over the last 7 days on 82. I think it's like plus almost 500, 600 units profit. Didn't have it put in front of me, but starting to heat up here in the Major League Baseball. Got off to a slow start, but hey, be sure to check that out and hook up with me and one of the other handicappers, and look for one of those long-term passes as well. Appreciate everything, and be sure to check it out.
That's right, guys. Check out Jeff Jeter over at Pick Dogs Premium. You see the numbers here in the NBA, 553 units of profit. Get on board with his plays for tonight. Of course, go long-term. You'll find his 3, 7, and 30. All sports passes available. Every play that Jeff releases over the site. You set the terms when you make the purchase over at his profile page. All right, Jeff, as always, great having your show. Continue that success, and we'll talk to you a little later as we do the recap.
Yeah, we'll check y'all out here in a few minutes, okay?
All right, Jeff Jeter here on the Drive Thru. Guys, remind those thumbs up. Keep them coming, and we greatly appreciate it. And, of course, we'll recap every play at the end of the show, so stay tuned for that. Right now it's time to welcome to the show Goran Kucar. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium. A little FA Cup action. Goran, how you doing?
Hey, Tony. Hey, Chris. I'm doing well. How are you guys?
Oh, doing fantastic. All right, here we go. Action here. Chelsea and Leicester. We got the three-way odds here. Chelsea half goal. Negative. Total sits here at 2.5.
Yeah, this is going to be a great game. This is the finals, and I won't really bother with the trends between these two teams because that doesn't matter that much in the finals. But Chelsea has been playing better soccer overall this season. They are in the 4th place in the EPL, but they still need at least one win in their last 2 games in the EPL to secure that spot and the Champions League spot for next season. But one good news that I've read today is that they're getting Kovacic back, which is going to be a huge boost for their midfield because that was their weakest spot over the last couple of weeks. And they are improving offensively. They are playing solid soccer on on the defensive end, and more importantly, they got to stay in good shape because they're playing in the Champions League finals in a couple of weeks against Manchester City, which is going to be a huge game for them. While Leicester on the other side, they will be without their best defender, and that is proven to be very, very bad for them because they're conceding quite a few goals. And their last win was against Manchester United, but they got lucky in that game because United was playing with their second lineup. And Leicester is in third place in the EPL. They will be going to the Champions League, but they still need 1 point in their last 2 games to secure one of the top 4 spots. But I'm confident we'll be seeing them in the Champions League. But as far as this game goes, I'm going to take Chelsea just because they're a better team there. They're a well-rounded team. They're playing better soccer, and they have more depth in each position. So I will take Chelsea and the goals possibly if you want to combine anything with that.
All right, Chelsea, and of course the goals here over 2.5 goals plus 120. All right, Chris, what say you in this one?
Yeah, to tell you the truth, when I saw this game, I decided I was going to go for both the team and the goals. I agree, Chelsea is the team is probably going to lift the trophy here, just because they've had Leicester's number in the last 14 meetings. I think Leicester's I don't even know if they've won it. I think they've lost 7 and drawn 7. But Chelsea, 5 of the last 6 meetings have seen at least 3 goals. So I like the over 2.5, as well as Leicester giving up 6 goals in their last 2 games combined. And I think, Chelsea, I do think wins this game. So I like Chelsea. You can get Chelsea in over 1.5 goals at plus 150, which is great value, or Chelsea to win it and over 2.5 at plus 235.
All right, agreement there here on the Chelsea-Leicester game here in the FA Cup final. All right, Goran, let's take a look over at Pick Dog Premium for this weekend. European soccer, what do you have going on over the site?
Yeah, we have quite a few decision games this weekend. Bundesliga is over, but Bayern still needs a couple of goals to get to 100 scored goals. Lewandowski still needs a couple of goals to break 30-year-old record, actually 40-year-old record. So that's going to be an interesting thing to see. We have League One games, which the title race is pretty tight, and of course La Liga games where we have 4 teams that could possibly win the title. So it's going to be an interesting weekend. There's going to be a 7-pack for tomorrow and for Sunday as well.
All right, guys, get on board here with Goran Kucar over at Pig Dogs. We'll have a 7-pack for Saturday and a 7-pack for Sunday. Get on board with European soccer from Goran as he covers all the leagues here for us here at Pig Dogs on the Drive-Thru. And of course, Goran, a lot of your content we can read over at Sports Chat Place.
A lot of free picks coming to Sports Chat Place daily, yes, and they're still coming. And of course, we're getting closer to that Euro Cup and Copa America. So we're gonna have summer full of soccer games.
Absolutely. All right, Goran, have yourself a great night, and we'll talk with you next week.
Have a great weekend, guys.
All right, Goran Kucar here on the Drive-Thru. All right, let's continue here on the coverage, guys. Keep those thumbs, those likes coming in, and of course, we'll do the recap following my pick. And now it's time for my play. We'll go ahead and pull it up here. It will be Major League Baseball action tonight as the Oakland Athletics will face the Minnesota Twins. And here's the information here: 8 Eastern Time. Athletics favorite $1.09. Total sits at 9. And my pick tonight is going to be here on the Oakland Athletics here at minus 109. It'll be Frankie Montas getting the start. He's shown some improvement here. He's allowed 3 earned runs or fewer in 5 of his past 6 starts. But it's Matt Shoemaker I'm going against here. Shoemaker is in his 3 home starts, 14 earned runs allowed, 4 homers in 13 2/3 innings. Of course, the Athletics open up this series winning 4 of 6. Twins lost 7 of 8 after getting swept in the 3-game series at the White Sox. But look at the bullpens here. The Athletics over their past 5 games, they come in with an ERA under 1. But the Twins, an ERA over 8, whip of 2. Teams hitting .307 on them over their past 5. So I'm going to look here with the Oakland Athletics minus 109. Chris, what say you in this one?
Another side that I have over at Picked Onion, but the total I was looking at the over. Basically, like you said, Matt Shoemaker's been batting practice for opposing teams this season, and Frankie Montas, well, he's struggled on his own in his own right as well. He's given up his fair share of runs. I believe he has an ERA just under 5. But yeah, definitely, I look towards the over here. I think both offenses can definitely get us into double digits, and I think 9 is even a bit light for these two.
All right, Chris, going with the over. I'm looking at Oakland here, minus 109. Let's get that strength of their bullpen, and we'll continue here with their success. And, of course, the fade here on the Twins, who has been the biggest, I would say, Chris, probably the biggest disappointment this season.
Yeah, he took the words right out of my mouth. I was actually just going to say that definitely. I'd argue the Yankees, but the Yankees have started to pick up wins. So I got to agree with you. Minnesota Twins, definitely the most disappointing team in the majors this year.
All right, guys, check me out over at Pig Dogs Premium. I've got a 3-pack. It's all baseball for tonight. I'm also part of the 2-for-1 capper special. You can pair me up with another capper on my 3, 7, and 30-day All Sports Pass over at Pig Dogs Premium. All right, let's continue on here with the show. Now it's time to do the show recap. And, of course, Jeff Jeter joins us as he does on Friday on the recap. We got to start here with James. Kings plus 3.5 against the Grizzlies. Joe D'Amico, Yankees run line minus 1.5 runs, minus the 115 against the Orioles. Rod, take the Raptors plus 14, not minus 14, plus 14. Jovan was on Tigers plus 127 against the Cubs. Mariners minus 105 against the Indians from Brian Bitler. Pistons plus 8.5 against the Nuggets from Chris. Jeff Jeter, Warriors pick them against Pelicans. Goran, Chelsea Leicester over 2.5 goals plus 120. And of course, yours truly, Athletics minus 109 against the Twins. We'll start here with Chris. Other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Goran. I love that over 2.5 goals based on the history between Chelsea and Leicester, and I think we're getting value with Chelsea to win there as well. So I'm going to go with Goran on that one.
Yeah, he's going to go with Goran. All right, let's go over to Jeff Jeter. Jeff, other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
Yeah, I'm going to go right there with Rod Zawacky tonight. This is way too many points to be given the Mavericks in this situation here with Toronto. I just I think 14 is just way too much. So take the Raptors here tonight.
All right, I'm going to go here with side with James here with the Kings plus 3.5 against a Grizzlies team that is kind of really building their fortunes here for that game Sunday against the Golden State Warriors, which will decide the 8th seed, as we got that information there accurate. All right, guys, as always, this will do it for edition of the Drive-Thru. Tune in on Monday. We do it all over again at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Don't forget, as always, we get it all started with the morning show at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. This weekend, Ron Romanelli will join the crew of Mitch, Brian Bitler, and Rod Zawacky. All right, let's go ahead and bring in the crew for tonight's show. Send you out with a wave goodbye. Good luck to you guys, and have yourselves a great night. We'll talk to you guys Monday